Chết rồi. Sao vậy?
Mà vô trễ giờ á.
Rồi bạn tìm đúng không?
What am I, Bante?
Hello everyone, do you hear me?
Mingalapa
Yes,
Sana
Bante.
Thaya.
Mangalaba,
Mingalapa Sayadaw.
Mangalaba. Let tree, right? Let tree. Tổng, chánh, tổng, chánh. How do you pronounce your name? Theotung. Huh?
My name is Thao.
Tao.
Yes,
Tao.
just to say.
Just one word. Okay, no?
Yes.
Tao. Long chang, Luan chang, Yi Fang. Hoa Xun. Hoa Xun. Po Po. How many?
Currently, we have
70.
more than 70 people
70,
here in this room.
76, 76, 70. Can everyone speak? Can everyone speak English?
I think not. Maybe. I think we have a translation, Vietnamese translation. So I think there are some students they don't know English or don't know English or like don't cannot understand English very clearly.
That's okay. We can use the easiest English. Very easy English. Good, bad, okay, like this. Okay, no, I think everyone understand. Okay, no, yes, no.
Yes, Mother.
Three
Thank you
hour
so
class
much.
with 3 hours. Okay. Mi Chan. Later I have to remember all your name. I have to
Really? How?
No, later. Maybe one day, one name. One day, one name. Over. Yeah, 85 students, 84. So 84 day, 84 name. So later, I think I can memorize all.
Sadhu. Thank you so much, Bante.
Okay, we start.
Yes, Bante. So at first we want to pay homage to Bante.
Okay, let's chant Namo Tassa 3 times. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa.
This one day, so is for the Dharma talk. We could kindly invite you to teach us Dharma for the benefits and welfare and liberation of all beings.
Thank you, Sadhu. I'm very happy to see all of you. So instead of seeing Dhamma talk, I want to use the Dhamma class. So when we use the term Dhamma class, it's very free to talk between the students and teacher. We don't have a restriction. We don't have stress between the teachers and student. Whatever we are unclear, we can communicate. We can interrupt. So this is the essence of the class. If you say just Dhamma talk, sometimes even though you want to ask you, even though you have a question, you might be thinking it's improper to interrupt the conversation. But here, the Dhamma class, I like this, the time, the class, instead of the talk. No? So in the class, I wish everyone be happy or be comfortable. Be comfortable. So I wish you listen my lecture, my lesson without stress. Stress. The aim of the Buddha teaching is to remove all the stress. I also wish to remove your stress. And stress is one of the suffering. If you have a stress, this is a big suffering. You have to remove. If you have tension, if you feel uncomfortable, all are suffering. The Buddha way is to remove all those suffering. That's why, okay, today is the first day of our Dhamma class, no? Dhamma class. Dhamma class. the theme of our Dhamma class is Dhamma Vinaya, no? Dhamma Vinaya class. So we will use the term, the main theme, the theme for my class, Dhamma Vinaya. So let's see what is Dhamma Vinaya, especially for laity. We said laity because the Vinaya, when we say Vinaya is mostly connected with the monks, but all of them, I want to focus how the lay people can practice Vinaya, can take the example from the Vinaya, how to live properly according to the Vinaya. That Vinaya is a Vinaya for lay people, not like a monk. From the monk, sometimes we can take the example. Or if the monk follows this rule, how we can follow according to the way of lay people. Yeah, introduction. We'll start with introduction. Today, I hope I intended to give you only introduction. So introduction, I just finished the handout this evening, and as soon as I finish, I sent the handout to you. Dhamma, Dhamma, okay, we can understand Dhamma is the doctrine. Vinaya is the discipline. Dhamma and Vinaya, the doctrine and discipline. So the Buddha referred to his teaching, Dhamma and Vinaya, many times. So when you read the text, you can see Dhamma Vinaya, it must mean Dhamma Vinaya. It must mean Dhamma Vinaya, like this, many times. Sometimes he said, I want to be ordained. So the Buddha, some lay person approached the Buddha and said, I want to be ordained in your Dhamma and Vinaya. I want to be ordained in your Dhamma and Vinaya. I am pleased with your Dhamma and Vinaya. The people from another religion came to see the Buddha and then said, I am pleased in your Dhamma and Vinaya. And Mahabhajapati Gautami, he also said, Tathagata Bhavedite Dhamma Vinaya, Lebiyaham Papichan, Lebiyaham Upasambhata. So he said, let me be ordained in the Dhamma and Vinaya established by the Buddha. Like this, many cases. So if you search this word in the text, you can see many places. So we should familiar with the term Dhamma and Vinaya. It is equivalent with the sasana. Nowadays we use sasana instead of Dhamma Vinaya. Most people use the term sasana, right? Buddha sasana, Jidan, Titutu, right? You chant many times Buddha sasana. So how do you translate Buddha sasana? Mostly we translate the Buddha's teaching. The Buddha's teaching. We rarely use the Buddha religion, no? But in the contemporary world, when we are talking about the religion, Buddhism is considered one of the religions. So according to their time limitation, we have to say Buddhist religion, but the Dhamma Vinaya is more profound than the religion. That's why we usually say the Buddha's teaching instead of the Buddha's religion, the Buddha's teaching. So when we say religion, that might be defined in a different way. So because the Buddha's teaching, the Buddha's teaching in another religion, except the Buddha's teaching, are very different. Their center is different. If you summarize the teaching of other religion, they mostly center on the creator, on the soul. But the Buddha totally denied the creator. That's why when they define the religion, that might not be relevant to the term Dhamma Vinaya. So mostly we translate the Buddha's teaching. But when someone says, what is your religion? Maybe we say the Buddhism. So here Dhamma Vinaya is equivalent with the Sasana, or we can say Buddhism, no? Buddhism. So when the Buddha was going to demise, going to pass away, no? When the Buddha was about to death, no? When the Buddha was about to death, he used this belief, and then you already read this Pali. The Pali, no? And maybe if you want, you can chant or you can repeat after me. No? Yovo Ananda Maya Dhammocha Viniyocha Desito Pinyato. Yovo Ananda Maya Dhammocha Viniyocha Desito Pinyato. So wo Mamichina Sattha. No? You can be familiar with the Pali, So yo, from the yo and Dhammo, Vinaya, we can focus these two words, Dhamma and Vinaya, the Dhamma and Vinaya, the translation. Dhamma and Vinaya, later we use the Pali term. Maybe at the beginning you can understand Dhamma means doctrine. Vinaya is this display, display for the monks, the doctrine for the display about the way to liberate. This display is the way to behave when you practice to liberate, to be liberated. Yeah, Dhamma and Vinaya, later we will use this term. So try to be familiar with this term. Dhammocha Vinayocha, Dhamma and Vinaya. Maya, I, me. Desito, taught. I have taught Dhamma and Vinaya. Pinyato, little. I had little the Vinaya. I had taught the Dhamma. I had laid down the Vinaya. Vinaya is the rule, just like the law in the country. In the country, when the parliament passed the law, the people have to follow. The Buddha also like the member of the parliament, lawmaker, we could say like a lawmaker. When the Buddha passed the rule, we have to follow, we have to follow. And the Buddha said, I have laid down the Vinaya, I have laid down the discipline, I have laid down the rules, you can say, I have taught the Dhamma on to practice. Mamichina, Mama Ichayina, after my passing away, saw your was saw. Mamichina, after passing away, saw is that war your sattha, teacher, or guide. The Buddha said, I have little. So it is in the Mahaprinibbana Sutta, Mahaprinibbana Sutta, Dika Nikaya. When the Buddha declared, I will pass away, I will try, no? If you say, I will try in 10 months. I will try in 10 months, no? After 10 months, I will pass away. When the Buddha said, Venerable Ananda, he worried about the future. If there's no Buddha in the future, what can we do? How we can do? No? How can we survive without the Buddha? He was worried. Sometimes he was weeping in some cases. He was crying, thinking about the future because he's still Putuchina. Not Putusotapanna, he's still Sotapanna. He still have this feeling. No? He was worried about the future, and then at the time the Buddha said, what do you expect from me? What more do you expect from me? I have already laid down the rules. I have already preached the Dhamma fully. No? I haven't withhold any knowledge. No? I haven't withhold anything that should be known. I totally explain the way how to live. No? So it is your teacher, it is your guide after my passing away. No? The Buddha said, I have laid down the Dhamma and Vinaya. That will be your teacher in the future. In the future. So you don't need to worry. Oh, we miss the Buddha. So that means Dhamma and Vinaya represents the Buddha. Dhamma and Vinaya represents the Buddha. They said it is your teacher, your guide. That means the Buddha is very, how to say, selfless, selfishless. The Buddha very selfishless. He didn't appoint a person to lead a Sangha after him. He didn't appoint a person. No? He just said, Dhamma and Vinaya is your teacher. So maybe in the country, if one president change, so you appoint another president. In the company, one manager or one boss. If one boss change, you appoint another new boss. But the Buddha did not do like this. No, the Buddha said, after my passing away, he didn't appoint the person to lead after him. So he said, okay, that the Sangha, you left the Sangha, who will lead the Sangha? Sangha is one organization. Without a leader, the Sangha will be broken into pieces, you might think. But the Dhamma and Vinaya is the best teacher. Dhamma and Vinaya, if you appoint a person, maybe about 50% may not like him, or maybe about at least 10% may not like a person. If you choose, for example, if you choose me as a leader in this place, 100% may not like, full percent may not like me. But Dhamma, everyone accepted Dhamma. Everyone cannot deviate from the Dhamma and Vinaya. The Buddha had laid down. This is very confirmed, very firm, very stable. That's why the Buddha appoint only Dhamma and Vinaya as a leader of the future generation. As a leader of future generation. So if there is that means as long as the Dhamma and Vinaya, the Buddha Sasana still exists, Dhamma and Vinaya, which one is more important for the Sasana? Tổng, what do you think? Dhamma and Vinaya, which one is more important for Buddha Sasana? Dhamma, Vinaya.
It's very difficult question, Devante. So I think it's both. Both are very important. Without Vinaya, we can do anything, and without Dhamma, we also cannot do anything.
Yes, that's good. Both are important. But there's one point, no? The Buddha Sasana, the Buddhism, there are some student answer we need important. It's good. So according to the commentary, they already have the answer. And Dhamma, maybe from the Dhamma, so we can see Dhamma disappear as long as the Vinaya exists, the Sasana still exists. Because Vinaya is the framework of the Sangha. If the Sangha exists, the Sasana still exists. You can see the real monk. If you have done meritorious deeds on the real true monks, who follow the Vinaya, you can still enjoy a lot of benefits. That's why Vinaya. So in the Dhamma, so in that case, we need to see what Dhamma and Vinaya here. The English translation, Ananda, the Dhamma and Vinaya have been taught and laid down by me. The Dhamma and Vinaya will be your teacher after my passing away. The translation already clear, right? Translation already clear. I have laid down Dhamma and Vinaya. These two, that will be your teacher after my passing away. So you don't need to worry. We are very far from the Buddha. No need to worry. We still have all those Dhamma and Vinaya. Yes, let's see. Dhamma and Vinaya. The Buddhas teach the Dhamma. How many years? How many years? After the Buddhas, after he became the Buddhas, how long did he do a missionary work? How long he was teaching the Dhamma? Some student answer. Let's see. 45. 40. Any answer? Very good. 49. What is it? 2. India, 49, 45. Any response? Very good. Which one's correct? Mrs. Tong. Mrs. Tong. Yeah, I see the answer. 49, 40 years. Which one do you think is correct?
I think
Huh?
the 45. As far as I think 45.
45 years. Yeah, right. 45 years. No? 45 years he taught the Dhamma. So all the teaching he taught during the 45 years was recorded in 3 portions, 3 and 3 titles after the Buddha passed away. And when Mahakasapa, he firstly trying to combine all the similarity and recorded in 3 groups. The first one is the Vinaya. Vinaya, this is about the display. Dhamma, the 10, Vinaya. And then Dhamma is recorded in under the 2 terms, Suttanta and Abhidhamma. So when we say Dhamma, that refer to the Suttanta and Abhidhamma. Pitaka, we translate the basket. Basket. What is meant by basket? This is like a tradition, the ancient practice, how they store the materials. In the past, maybe at the time they don't have many material to store something. That's why they figuratively said, the basket in which the Buddha's teaching are stored and preserved. Now you see the basket, right? Basket, sometimes when you go to market, you carry the basket. But now you are, maybe almost all country is modernized. They don't carry the basket. In the past, maybe some places in the countryside, they still use the basket to carry something. Yeah, the basket in the past, they store the material in the basket, the container, like container. So in this way, they categorize the Buddha's teaching into three and preserve it in the basket. In this way, they figuratively call three baskets. It is a systematic preservation of the Buddha's teaching. So in this way, under the term of the Vinaya, almost all are about the display, but actually Vinaya, Suttanta, Abhidhamma, no, they are sometimes connected. After the Buddha laid down the rule, he preached the Dhamma. That Dhamma is maybe also recorded in the Vinaya, or that Dhamma might be appear again in the Suttanta as well, because they are connected. They are connected in order to study easily, no, the elder bhikkhus. They're trying to make three divisions, three categories. Under the term Vinaya, there are 5 books. 5 books. So maybe you will learn the name of those books later. The 5 books, each book, so average 450 pages, no, average. So if you multiply 450 by 5, you can count how many pages in the Vinaya. No? So they have 5 books. And Suttanta is recorded in 23 books. Abhidhamma Pitaka in 12 books. Now you see the Tipitaka Sayadaw, no? Tipitaka Sayadaw, you see in Myanmar how many? About 70 Tipitaka Sayadaw. They have to memorize these 5 books and memorize for the exam, written exam. Memorization is a just Pali test, 5 books. For written examination, might be more than 5 books, including the commentary, sub-commentary. We have to see the related definition. Abhidhamma 12 books, they have to memorize, and in the oral exam, they have to answer the written exam. From the Suttanta is only 3 books, not all the books. The longest book, 3 books. Altogether, they have memorized 12, 5, 3, so 18 books. 18 books. Oh, not 18 books. 12, 5, 3, 20 books. 12, 5, 3. So those books are called Vinaya Suttanta Abhidhamma. Yeah, the 10 Dhamma is the 10 Dhamma refer to Suttanta and Abhidhamma. Vinaya refer to Vinaya is Vinaya. The 10 doesn't change. Suttanta. So at the First Buddhist Council, after the Buddha passed away, Venerable Mahakassapa, he was away at the time. He was away from the Buddha, and after the Buddha passed away, in those days it's also very difficult to get the information because they don't have communication, even even between the 2 cities, they don't have information. That's why to get information, they have to visit. So after the Vasa, so after the Buddha passed away, Venerable Mahakassapa went to see the Buddha without knowing the Buddha passed away. On the way, he saw the Subhadda, the old monks. Old monks. He claimed, he saw the Subhadda on the way, in the Buddha, the Venerable Mahakassapa asked, how is the Buddha? Where you come from? Where did you come from? How was the Buddha? He answered, coming from the Buddha. And how was the Buddha? He explained the Buddha already passed away, and the Buddha already passed away at the time. many Puthujana weeping and crying, and then at the time, when the Sugata said, no need to worry, now we are free. We free from the control of the Buddha. At the time, whenever Mahakasapa, he feel, he worry about the future. If such kind of idea spread among the bhikkhu, it's very dangerous for the future. Now we should be unite. We should unite. We should preserve the Buddha's teaching systematically, and then we can divide the duties to preserve those Buddha's teaching. At the time, they divide the spirit and they combine the Vinaya and the rule into the Vinaya, and then some discourses into the Suttanta or Abhidhamma. They divide into 3 groups and they divide the duties among the bhikkhu. Okay, this group, the one who is the disciple of Venerable Sariputta, you have to memorize this Digha Nikaya. Or the one who is disciple of Ananda, you have to recite Abhidhamma like this, they divide. And Upali, he memorize Vinaya. In this way, they learn all the Buddha teaching. They don't record in the book. No. They just preserve in their memory. Okay, the disciple of the Upali and disciple of Upali take the responsibility to memorize, to preserve the Vinaya. You have to memorize all. And then Tikanika, this Suttanta is a lot. They divide around 5 groups. Tika, Michima, Sanyutta, and Kodra, Kodaka. 5 groups. And they divide the 5 groups. Abhidhamma, also 2 groups, maybe they divide like this. In this way, they carry, they preserve the Buddha's teaching until 400 years after the Buddha's passed away. So they're trying to preserve, they're trying to maintain the Buddha's teaching in this way by memorization. So if I request you to memorize 1 book from Vinaya, can you do? Kamja, Tammai. Everyone can understand? Do you understand my explanation? So Danta, okay, just 1 book. Which book you want to memorize? You take one responsibility to memorize. No, I think Miss Dawn can memorize 1 thing. No,
I think we have to have somebody to remember. I cannot remember that.
Okay. No, this is and the Vinaya. They explain a lot of display. The display is like to be good behavior, to be blameless, to make your behavior blameless. The Vinaya explain a lot. Later, and then I have this explanation. Okay. 12 books. Suttanta explain the Dhamma with the story, and then after story you got the passion and the Buddhism. That's why we should follow. Sometimes without the story, you might be, it's very hard to accept for you without the story. Sometimes the Buddha and the monks preserve together with the story. And the Vinaya also together with the story, why the Buddha laid down the rule, the law. So the Buddha never laid down the law, the rules, without reliable reason. Without a reason, the Buddha did not make a law. That's why every rule has the background story. The background story explain the reason, describe the reason why it's necessary, why the Buddha laid down the rules to follow. So you can see with the story. If you are interested in the law, the Vinaya is very, very interesting. Because it is like law, reasonable law. No? Sometimes when you just read the rules, you might think it's not necessary. But when you find the background story, or you think it is acceptable, you think it is acceptable like this. And for the monks, from the 5 books, 227 rule is the main rules among these 5 books. Those 227 rules explain in the first 2 books. And Suttanta explain the wrong views, the right views, and the way to liberate. Abhidhamma is the ultimate reality that focus only the reality. When we say reality, ultimate reality, that doesn't change in whatever condition. That kind of reality is explained in the Abhidhamma. When we say this is a bowl, when we say this is a bowl, sometimes when we separate it, or this is paper, when we break it into pieces, we call this is just a rubbish. It changes according to the condition. But in the Abhidhamma explains the reality. This is a unwholesome consciousness, lobha consciousness. If you separate into pieces, still lobha. If you split into small pieces, still lobha. This is a Patavi, the element, the earth element. The earth element, this is one of your meditation objects. When you say earth elements and you break into pieces, still earth elements, the name doesn't change because it is ultimate reality, always true. That kind of truth is explained in the Abhidhamma. And so the Buddha said, those Vinaya and Dhamma and Vinaya are your teacher in the future after my passing away. We need to have the reason, we need to find the reason. We say we cannot call everyone our teacher, right? We must get some benefits, some knowledge from our teacher. Teacher is that will guide something to us. So why we have to accept those Dhamma Vinaya as our teacher, as our guide, Satta, teacher or guide. Guide. The Buddha also sometimes use, I am just guide. I cannot save you. I cannot help you. The Buddha is a just guide. I just show you the way, what I have experienced by my own experience. I see the way, the right way. Please follow this way. I cannot save you. Just guide. You have to do yourself. I'm just guide. I am not creator. I am not savior. I already showed the way. Inyaya sanlakantana. Inyaya, I know by myself. Sanlakantana. The remover, on to remove. I already experienced the way to remove those suffering. I already passed this. I show the way what I have passed, what I experienced. If you follow this way, you also will be like me. That's when the Buddha also said, he's just guide, just teacher. Yeah, and the Dhamma Vinaya also. Dhamma Vinaya, when you learn the Dhamma and Vinaya, when you read Dhamma and Vinaya, it will explain how to live happily among the family, among the friends, among the society. It teaches a lot how to live harmoniously within the community. Do you want to be happy or unhappy? Do you like happiness or unhappiness? Everyone like happiness. Not everyone like happiness. No one like unhappiness. That's why you are trying to find the happiness without knowing the true way. You are searching the way to be happy. Sometimes you think, oh, it's happy, but after some time you feel sorrow, feel sad. Some people are trying to find the lover to be happy. After 1 day, 2 days, they broke, they accuse, and then sorrow. Sorrow. But they thought this is the way to live happily. But the Buddha said, the happiness, the way is within you, not outside. The way to live happily is within yourself, but you are looking the way outside you, right? Everyone is searching the way outside your body, right? We are searching the happiness outside, but it's within yourself. That is explained in the Dhamma and Vinaya. Mostly in the Dhamma. Vinaya also have this a lot. The way to live happily. For example, among the family members, between parents and son, daughter. There's a duty. They have respective duty. The duties toward the parents, the duties toward the children, the duties toward the teacher, the duties toward the students. The Buddha explained not only to attain the Nibbana, not only to give up everything, but also to live happily among the communities, among the society. There's many ways. Many ways. So in the one sutta, Tikachanu, he openly said to the Buddha, he said openly, Tikachanu, have you know that story? Tikachanu, the story. Tikachanu said, and he visited the Buddha. He said, the Lord Buddha, I am Tikachanu. I want to live with the family, with the children. I want to be happy with the children, with the family, with the wife. I want to enjoy the materials. I want to enjoy with a nice house. I want to use the nice perfume. I want to enjoy every enjoyable things like music or like any things. And then so preach the Dhamma to live happily in this life and to live happily after life, after death. He want to live happily. But he cannot renounce. He cannot give up his family, his wife, his children. He want to live with the children, with the wife, or how to live peacefully, how to live happily in this life and afterlife. He wish, even though not only this life, he wish two life, this life and the future life. Do you think it's a good request? Do you think it's a good request? What about you? If you see the Buddha, do you want to request like this? I want to enjoy with the family, and I also want to be happy. I don't want to be reborn and the apaya, and then next life also I want to be happy. That means he didn't want to attain nibbana, no? He didn't want to. He want to enjoy the sensual pleasure, but he want to be happy. And the Buddha preached the Dhamma for him, no? For Sambara, like Araka. So later I will teach you that one also later, no? Araka Sambara, or if you want to be happy in this life, you do these 4 things. And you do another 4 things. This is for the future life. The Buddha explained according to his wish. Only 4 things you have to do for this life. Plus 4. How many? 4 plus 4. 8. You have to do 8 things. Only 8 you have to follow. And you will be happy in this life with your wife, with your children, with your friends, with your property, with your nice car. You will be happy in this life. And you will be happy in the future life as well. But the Buddha explained not only one way, or the one who want to totally liberate, the Buddha preached the Dhamma in another way. If you want to totally liberate, if you want to finish your life, no more future life, or for that one, the Buddha preached. But the Buddha mostly preached the bhikkhu to fully liberate, because the aim of the monk is to liberate. He renounced the world. For them, the Buddha always preach nature dukkha anatta, nature dukkha anatta. You have to focus this. This is the way to be liberate fully. But the one who enjoys the sense pleasure, for them, anicca dukkha anatta, this word is very bitter, not sweet for them. No, that's why the Buddha didn't give him anicca dukkha anatta. No, because he want to enjoy the sense pleasure, right? That's why that those 2, who raised the okay question? One question appears.
Thiệu Anh, chị có câu hỏi gì không ạ?
Raise the hand, but
I think it's just a mistake. Maybe it's
mistake.
Yes.
Okay, mistake. Okay, no. The way to live happily, both. Okay, here I'm on there. Maybe we cannot finish the introduction. We have to maybe we have to continue introduction next week as well, no? And Dhamma and Vinaya. What Dhamma? Dhamma, I said Dhamma refer to the Suddhanta and Bidama, no? The Dhamma embody the truth. Only one thing we have to say. Please say only one thing. What Dhamma embody? We have to say the truth. Dhamma explain the truth. Dhamma recorded the truth, discovered and taught by the Buddha. The truth is always true. It exists since a long time ago, but it was discovered by the Buddha and taught. That's why we can say the Buddha's teaching. Actually, the truth exists because the truth is always true. So that Dhamma describes such kind of truth. Only one word. Only one word. And what is it true? Truth explained like a reality. Truth is a reality. Reality means an ultimate reality. The truth explains suffering. What is suffering? Dukkha in Pali. Dukkha. When you say suffering, how do you understand? Suffering, do you think just painful sensation is suffering? How many types of suffering can you identify? Can you describe how many types of suffering? suffering. I'm looking your face to ask the question, but your face doesn't smile, so cannot.
Con
Okay.
xin trả lời.
Huh?
Dạ vâng.
Alo,
Vâng, quý vị cứ nói ạ.
Yeah, answer is in the message. Answer in the
alo,
message.
con xin trả lời.
Cô cứ nói đi ạ.
Body
Dạ
and
theo
mind.
con là hai loại khổ à.
Là gì ạ?
Khổ thân
Là gì
và
ạ?
khổ tâm. Dạ sa thú.
So there's many answers in the chapter, dear Bante. So many people think that it's a body and mind. There are two kinds, body and mind suffering. 8 kinds and 3 kinds, like dukkha dukkha. I don't know, 3 kinds.
Sankhara dukkha.
Sankhara dukkha and
Viparinama.
and the 3 kinds.
8 kind.
Yes, I think so.
What's 8 kind?
No, it's like 8 kinds, 3 kinds, 2 kinds, and some body said that it's 4 kinds. 4 kinds like jati, jara, mara. Yes, I don't remember.
Jati, jara, marana.
Yes, it's like they're reborn, their death, their illness, and their also the suffering.
And the Dhammacikkappavattana Sutta, how many types of suffering? Jati pi dukkha, jara pi dukkha, jati pi dukkha, marana pi dukkha. Maybe some of you already memorized. Jati pi dukkha, jara pi dukkha. Jati, the birth, also dukkha, jara, aging, old age, becoming old age. Becoming old. Now, we are obviously become old. We are getting old. That's a one dukkha. I want to be young, okay, but cannot be young. This is also one dukkha. And jara, pyatipi dukkha, no? Disease, getting the disease also dukkha. Maranapi dukkha, death also dukkha. Death. This is a obvious dukkha from the Pinyati sense. Apiyehi sampayoga dukkha. To live together with a hate person. Do you want to live with a hate person? The person you hate. That's also dukkha, no? Apiyehi sampayoga. Apiyehi sampayoga dukkha. Apiyehi vipyoga dukkha. Separation from the beloved person. No? If you separate from the beloved person, also suffering. What is it? Intrinsic suffering, external suffering, divine suffering. What does it mean? Intrinsic, external?
I think it's internal, external, and divine. Maybe divine suffering relate to the jhana or anything like that.
Okay. The suffering. Okay, you can write down all types of suffering you already learned. Later you can make a notebook or suffering books. The book for suffering. Mrs. Down, you can make suffering book. Later many people come to see suffering books. Yeah, Sankhitina Penchupara Nekanda Dukkha, or in brief, the mind and body, 5 aggregates of clinging. Our mind and body, if we divide it, it becomes into 5. So what we get, mind and body, what we get, 5 aggregate, it is suffering. We are already in suffering. Suffering because it always changes. It always changing. Changing is suffering. We cannot stop. I want to maintain this status. We cannot stop. It always changing. It also dukkha. And now I'm very comfortable. I want to maintain this status. cannot maintain. It will change, right? That's why the Buddha said, no? And the deathbed, when the Buddha was lying on the deathbed, the Buddha said, no? Handa dani bhikkhave amantayami wo, no? What does it mean? Bhikkhave, no, I will remind you, no? Handa dani bhikkhave amantayami wo. The last utterance of the Buddha, the last word of the Buddha. Handa dani bhikkhave amantayami wo. I will remind you. After I will pass away. No? The Buddha said, Vaya dhamma sankhara. Everything is changing. Everything will be disappear. Apamadina sampadita. Everything is changing. Be mindful. He summarized all his teaching. Only be mindful. Everything is changing. You think, we are alive. We are alive. You may forget. No? One day we will pass away. You may forget this fight. We are young. You may forget you will become old. No? In the past, when I was young, I also forget. I think I will not become old. But now I also become old. But when you were young, you may think, you may forget. When we see the old people, they are very old. We just think. But we don't think about ourselves. We also will be old in the future. No? That's why the Buddha said everything is changing. Vayatama sankhara. Because we are conditioned by many causes. If the cause disappear, we will be collapsed. We are conditioned by many causes. That's why the Buddha said everything is changing every second, all the time. Everything is changing. Be mindful. Okay, we can look shortly. Everything is changing. Be mindful. Can you say? Can you say everything is changing? Everything is changing. Yeah. Be mindful. You memorize this word. Okay, Miss Down. Okay, repeat after me. Everything is changing.
It's changing.
Be
Be
mindful.
mindful.
Everything is
Everything is
changing.
changing. Be
Be
mindful.
mindful.
If you want to learn in Pali, Vayadhamma sankhara, apamadina sambadita. Everything is changing. Be mindful. Be mindful is a very meaningful. No? Be mindful is very meaningful. And that be mindful, all the Buddha's teachings go under the be mindful. All the Dhamma Vinaya is go under the be mindful. Be mindful. The foundation of the Buddhism is Sila, Samadhi, Panya. Sila is a virtue. Be mindful me. Keep virtue. Keep virtue as possible. Keep virtue. Okay, you can repeat. Keep virtue. Keep virtue. And Samadhi is a for Samadhi. Train your mind. Train your mind. And Panya is a vipassana. Panya is a have to develop wisdom. Develop wisdom. Be mindful can be summarized in 3 words. Okay, can you say those 3 words? Have you memorized? What is the first one? Keep virtue. And second one? Second one, what is second one? I didn't hear your voice. What happened? Miss Tao, I didn't hear your voice.
Cái điều thứ hai không ạ? Con quên rồi. I forgot it.
Keep virtue.
And
Train your mind.
train your mind.
Develop wisdom.
Develop
Train your
wisdom.
mind and develop wisdom. Yes.
The first summarize everything is changing. Be mindful.
Be mindful.
And be
keep
mindful.
virtue.
Be mindful will be 3. We will note with 3. Keep virtue.
Train your mind.
Train your mind.
And develop wisdom.
Develop wisdom. Okay, no? So everything is changing. That's why I want to say Appamadina. Vayatama Sankhara Appamadina Sampadita. No? Everything is changing. Be mindful. Okay, that's all for today. Huh? Already 1 hour.
Thank you so much, Bhante.
Okay, we'll chant this. No? We'll chant all together. This.
Dạ vâng, quý vị có thể bật mic ạ. Chúng ta sẽ cùng nhau tụng đọc cùng nhau ạ.
Itawata cha amihi samdana sabidi modan isetiya idame punya dinasa pachiyo hotu idame punya bagan sabasatana bhajimi sabi satta avida hontu sabi satta abhyapita sabi satta anika hontu sabi satta sukhi attana sabi satta dukkha mukkhya sabi satta yatharata sabi satta kammasaka sadhu
Thank you so much, Sada.
You're welcome. And
Thank you so much, Saya.
I want to add one more. Keep smiling. Keep
Yes,
smiling all
Sada.
the time. Huh? Keep smiling all the time. One more.
Thank you, Sayada.
Okay, now we can announce the try. One, 116. Okay. Okay, see you next
Thank
week.
you, Sada.
See you. Thank you, Sayada.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sarida. Thank you, Sarida.
Thank you, Seda.
Thank you, Sayada.
Thank you, Seda. Sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu, sadhu.
Dự buổi học ngày hôm nay, tri ân cô Phước Tuệ đã giúp chúng
Thank you,
con dịch
Sayada.
biển. Hiện
Dạ,
tại
cảm
thì
ơn
Ngài
ban
đã
tổ chức,
rời
cảm ơn chị
khỏi
Đường Thảo
Zoom.
ạ.
Dạ vâng. Đó sẽ kết thúc buổi học ngày hôm nay tại đây. Hẹn gặp lại quý vị tuần sau ạ.
Dạ, con kính đảnh lễ.